What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything that she deserves. Today killed 7 people. Dear diary. What was I watching? I do love true crime. You going in?
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle,
Is it on?
Wiggle.
No.
They're the wrong way around.
No, I know.
Oh yeah, it is on. I haven't plugged in.
Yeah.
I'm good like that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh. I enjoy doing like all the funny little clip ones. They're my favourite. Get sick of it.
What? When I
can actually just clip out a bit, which does actually make people go, "What are they talking about?" So they want to know.
Yeah. When we like
the crying one, I'm like, "Oh no!" And they're like, "Hug," and you can't hear what I'm saying.
We're crying about that poor man.
She went, "What about the man who? Are you too serious?"
Oh.
They moved the camera.
Yes. Do you want me to check?
Not that I feel like that's your professional. Honestly, it was a mess. It was a mess.
Yeah, I feel like I am.
You in?
Yeah, I don't know. Like half my chair.
Half your chair?
There. Crop. That's it. I'm in. I just want to make sure people can hear you from my loud mouth.
Because
now they're faced the right way.
Well, one of them, you sounded like me, and I was like, I was like, oh my god.
What was it? Show me.
It's one thing, it's the other.
I do feel like I've taken because
sold your thunder with the literal.
Jenna said that she was nervous to be on camera, and I said, then don't look at the camera. I said, so when we're doing it, so we'll share it kind of like this because we're both really loud. I said to her, don't worry because you haven't got to look. So just talk to us normally. But isn't it funny how far we've come compared to when we started? And I was.
Still look at it though.
I know. You look at the camera more than I look at the camera. Yeah. You look at the camera with reactions of whatever I'm doing, and you're like, and the eyebrow. Can we talk about how long my fringe is? My fringe, yeah. Do you like the fringe? Considering I started here.
I know, right?
Yeah, I feel like a spaghetti doll. What are we thinking today?
Men don't even have female friends to be able to
talk to about these things. Because surely, what are you thinking?
So we haven't done yet.
Okay, we've done jellies.
What about croissants and gingerbread?
Go on then. No, let's do croissants and gingerbread. Gingerbread, run!
There's a bit of me doing this as well.
Yeah, we're still waiting for you all to notice. Yeah, what you ain't noticed. You know,
made any comments.
None. It's fucking rude, bruv. Brother.
Although we appreciate that you're saying we're funny.
Yeah, we do like that. We really appreciate everyone that's following and enjoying the podcast.
We appreciate you.
Oh. Have you seen that one where he's in the dentist and oh, my energy's dropping. I know because I've been traumatized.
My heart rate's going up.
Literally, where he's in the dentist and then the dentist goes to reach for the stuff to put in, does this, and then the bloke in the chair does the heart back, and then he slaps his hand and he does it again. That would so be me. Are you putting them in?
This is what I've been doing.
I know. Have you got earrings? Have you got nails for tonight? I've got to put on my nails for tonight.
I was going to put them on, but then I was like, I've got to go to the farm.
Yeah. I was going to put mine on and I was like, got to shampoo my hair, blah, 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 blah.
The pigs are me as well.
Why?
Because I can't go back after today.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, sorry guys, I can't let you out in the field.
Considering you ain't even chose what you're going to wear yet.
And Gus was like,
love me.
I can't let you out. And they all started on me. Chickens were growling. So...
Growling?
Yeah.
Chickens growl? Oh, okay. I love chickens.
Guys, girls, ladies.
Gentlemen.
There's no gentlemen.
I know. You ain't got a
Only
cock.
Gus.
We've got plenty of cocks. We don't need any more.
Only Gus. Well, no, we've got two the two male goats as well, but I can't remember their names.
I have to
Tom
go.
and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
I don't know which one's which.
Right. Are we going to start with paranormal?
Sure.
And then move on to true crime.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I found one that actually is English as well, so that made me
on what?
on Reddit.
What do you mean English?
It happened in England.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool.
I know, I was like, oh, it's only down the road.
There
Okay,
was one that I wanted to read because it was quite a good story. Maybe I will another time. And then, but because it took place in China, I couldn't really pronounce a lot of the words. So then I started Googling the words and then it pronounced it for me. And I thought the whole episode with me trying to like, because I don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
By pronouncing something wrong. I mean, that's not even anything to do with my dyslexia, that anybody would struggle, do you know what I mean, that isn't from that country. But the story's great, so I might do it on a different episode and then ask for forgiveness later. Right, so shall I do the introduction? Yes. Okay. Hello, what do I say? Hello, Governor.
Hello.
No, welcome to Middle Aged Opinion. I'm your host, Ellie.
And I'm Emily. And what did we say?
Paranormal.
We are going to be looking at paranormal stories.
Yeah.
Today. Am I starting or you starting?
You start.
You sure?
Yeah.
I feel like I always start.
Do you? I feel like I always start.
But we're going to like rock, paper, scissors it.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right.
It's me, I'm going first.
No, I am.
No,
You
you had a rock and I won.
Yeah.
So then I go first. Well, sorry, you saying it's whoever
I lost.
loses?
Yeah, I lost. No, you can go first.
Yeah, well, I am now. I feel like we don't understand rock, paper, scissors. Both of our minds went completely different. Right. So this is from Paranormal Encounters. Amazon driver paranormal encounter. Dun dun dun. Dun, la, la, la.
It's not one I found either.
Okay, sweet. Here's my story. Last year, I took a job working for an Amazon DSP. Although my work there didn't last long, I definitely had an experience that I wish I could explain scientifically. A lot of my routes ended up being in the backwoods of the border of New York and I can't even say, see if you can read that word for me.
Pennsylvania.
There you go, Pennsylvania. It's a big one for me. I absolutely hated being there. These roads, I absolutely hated what is going on. I absolutely hated being on these roads past dark, which happened quite often, and the houses would always be miles apart. So this particular foggy night, I am on these back roads, and as I'm driving, I notice these lights.
This is the suburbs of America, yeah?
Yes, I'm assuming just the
Where
outskirts.
Every single horror movie, it always takes place.
Generally in Connecticut, actually.
Never live in the suburbs of America.
Generally Connecticut. Right. Lights show up in the sky. At that point, I chalked it up to high-powered flashlights. I've had a sip of Coke, so I feel like I'm going to go in the thingy bob. Flashing lights being pointed up into the sky. After a few more stops you laughing at the dog? From my route, I began to notice the direction that the lights are coming from keep changing. At this point, it's annoying because I can't move it up. At this point, I'm just weirded out and trying to keep myself focused on the road. It was at this point that I literally drove past what I can only describe as 3 semi-translucent old miners. Now, I'm talking old beaten up denim, scrambled arse beards, pickaxes, and those hard hats with lights on, standing at the shoulder to shoulder, literally on the side of the road. I'm driving going maybe 45 miles per hour, and the encounter maybe lasted 2 seconds. Did I turn around? Fuck no, I didn't.
No, I did not.
Literally, I wasn't about to Scooby-Doo that bullshit. I literally got to say that I give major points for those that live out in the middle of nowhere. Y'all can keep that to yourselves, motherfucker. It was a bit like, so I don't know.
So we've gone from lights in the sky all over the shop
to translucent. Yeah, translucent figures on the side of the road.
What are they called? Not miners. Do you know in Toy Story? what is
the little aliens?
No, in Toy Story.
Yeah.
2.
Right.
They get another little doll who's got a little pickaxe.
The little old man.
What is he?
I don't know. A cutie pie. I don't know.
No, you ain't. It's Paddy.
I don't know.
Right,
I'm trying to think.
Way.
Toy Story 2.
Like the 7 Dwarfs. This is what just happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh my God. I've got to tell you. Let's finish this, and then there's something I've got to tell you about.
7 Dwarfs.
Yeah. So I don't know if we're gonna have another row. But anyway, so I don't know if he's encountered aliens or ghosts, because I don't really understand the lights in the sky. Wow, man, if that eyebrow could get any higher.
Honestly,
what do you think?
I think he's high as a kite and he does not know what's going on.
I don't think he's high. I think he saw something, but I don't know whether that was ghosts or something else. Comment. There's not really many comments. There's only one comment.
What can you say to that?
He said, do you know if there were any mining that was done in the area? Interesting story. Makes me curious about local history. So I think this person thinks that they're mined back in the day. And a lot of them collapsed and killed a lot of miners.
Yeah. I mean, that would make a lot of sense.
There was supposedly a Seacombe mines in the county. The area was known for a railway road as well. So I definitely believe he saw something, because I don't, people do. Even ourselves, we've seen something.
You're like, no.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely be like, it's a no, because I don't like it. I don't go looking for trouble, and like when when I know things are going to happen, right? And that is true. I do. I don't even dig into that. I mean, my sister says to me a lot of the time, really open your third eye, and but I actually don't want to. So, because I have enough problems of my own, right? I see enough dicks on a daily to not need to do it. But I have to tell you this. I don't know if it's going to irritate you or not, but I don't really care. Oh yeah, there was something else I've saved as well. Good job I saved all this to talk about with you. So, sing me the 7 Dwarf songs.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, I need you to sing. Hi ho.
Hi ho, hi ho.
Yeah.
Do I have to do all of that?
Yeah. Just the chorus that everybody knows.
Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to work we go.
Oh no, it's never been off to work we go. And Jesus agrees with me. Now we've cracked it. Now we're bringing it to light. They're coming to get us. The government's in on it.
All right, sit down now. Why did you throw that at me?
I didn't. But that was like, believe her. There was. Don't you think that's weird that changed? And I was like, oh my God, I've got to tell her.
Okay, so what do they say?
Hi ho, it's off to home work we go.
Homework we go.
Something like that, yeah. I can't find the picture.
It's off to work we go.
You don't have to tell me, bruv.
And spade and a hand grenade.
Not anymore. Hi ho, hi ho. Not that you know it or anything. See, that
you just made that up.
So that is what is so frustrating with it all. It's like, no, it's not. So I have no idea why they've changed that, but yeah, I've got another one for the encounters for you, which relates to me as a child. But you do your story. So we agree he saw something. We don't know what he saw.
Oh, listen, he absolutely saw something.
Yeah.
That's fine, that's fair.
Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
Who knows?
The only thing that doesn't make sense to me is the lights, unless it did collapse and then they were searching lights. Do you know what I mean? Like a scene, a ghost scene was being reenacted. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on a loop.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, like I mean, I know that's a bit far.
Did you say it was like a woody area?
Yeah, so apparently, I mean, I don't know. I've never been lucky enough to go to America. Never probably will, but I'd love to. So invite us. We're poor though. Yeah, so apparently New York, it's the outskirts of New York. So I'm assuming once you leave the city, it's more countryside. So that was his delivery route. Very cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so mine is Reddit Paranormal. It's got a little subheading of deathbed phenomena.
Right.
Okay. I was not the only patient who ran away from her.
Ooh. Okay.
This is why I don't like going to hospitals.
Well, a lot of people, before we get into the story, a lot of people are scared of grave sites, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not.
I'm all right with grave
I
sites.
actually don't think they're haunted.
I feel more uncomfortable in certain parts of hospitals.
Right. And when I've spoken to some of the girls before, and I'm like, I'm not scared of grave sites because I think that's not where you'd haunt. You would haunt where you've had a tragic death. Makes more sense to me.
Calm.
Yes. So
that is where people are at rest.
Right. So if there are ghosts there, they're not there in a negative way. Come on, Mum.
I agree.
Come on, Mum. Chuck it at her head next time.
I hit my hand as well on the table. It served you right.
Like the choking. Maybe it's my mum coming through me. Right. Sorry. Yes. Go.
Okay. I was not the only patient who ran away from her. I was confined at a hospital in Manila for severe phenomena. I'm going to start that again.
I actually think when I struggle the first, it rubs off on you.
I know, I feel like it's your fault.
No, I do as well. Mum, chuck it at her head.
I was confined at a hospital in Manila.
Yeah. Sorry for any words we're not saying correctly. We do not mean to offend.
Severe phenomena back in 2021.
Right.
This was during the pandemic lockdown when masks were mandatory. I was about to be assigned a room when I saw a happy toddler in red polka dots galloping around the emergency room, then left the glass entrance. She had no mask on, so I asked security if children were allowed. The guard said in Filipino, oh, I'm sorry, I apologise now.
That's why I already apologised.
Baro bata ditto, meaning no children allowed.
Right.
I was confused. Didn't he see the kid? After I was confined on the 5th floor, I fell asleep and had a weird dream. I went downstairs and saw the young girl outside the emergency room, only she was weeping in anger and holding a hammer.
Oh.
When she looked up,
Chucky's
she
girlfriend
screamed, "Bakit mo ako inawan?" Which is translated, not what I just said, but it's supposed to translate, "Why did you leave me?"
Oh.
And now I'm goose pimply. Scared of being hit with a hammer, I ran up the dim stairwell back to the 5th floor. Slowly I was losing breath, but I looked back and saw she was floating up the staircase. It felt like I ascended over 20 floors, all the while a humming voice saying, "Pa!" Sorry, shouldn't laugh. Saying "Pa." By the time I reached my bed, I was already out of breath, and that's when I woke up in a dangerously low oxygen level. I was intubated for a few days after that. Sorry. When I regained my consciousness, I narrated my dream to my attending nurse. To my surprise, she asked, Naka. I wish she would just tell me what she said.
In English, just say the English part.
No, it doesn't tell me.
Oh.
I went to read on. Right. To my surprise, she asked, Naka polka dot dress bar. I asked how she knew, so I'm guessing she said, did she have a polka dot dress on?
Right.
I asked how did she know, to which she replied that my dream was similar to over 10 stories from different patients across decades. That is, a certain girl also in polka dot dress showed up in their dreams and chased them inside the stairwell. It's an open secret among hospital staff that the ghostly little girl exists, and that is because the some of the older staff have actually seen the girl in real life.
Yeah, so hell no.
The backstory goes like this. In the 1970s, there was a small dengue infected kid. Dengue
fever. Dengue fever. I'm pretty sure it's dengue fever.
Infected kid who was brought to the hospital by a young Chinese dad in his 20s. For reasons unknown, probably a legitimate child not recognised by the dad's parents. I don't know. The dad left the kid in the hospital to die.
Nice.
Never to return again. The hospital recorded no proper identity for the little girl, and she eventually died alone. That's sad. She was buried in the cemetery right across the hospital. A group of nurses, one of which was my nurse's former colleague, helped bury the girl. They named her Shobi, Chinese Filipino name for youngest daughter. She wore a polka dot dress. The nurse then told me that they had never seen the girl because the ghost only shows herself to certain people. Apparently they were something common among patients with the similar encounter. East Asian looking men, i.e. Chinese, in their 20s, average build and on the brink of death. Maybe somebody who resembled her dad. Apparently I fit the description. Is that why she called me Pa? I figured the ghost of the girl is still on the search for her dad. Not gonna lie, it felt like I was running away from death catching up with me.
It's really
the
sad.
The girl just wanted a dad in her afterlife. I was relieved I survived the ordeal. I went back to the hospital last year for a routine checkup, but I never saw the girl again. I hope she finds peace wherever she is.
Yeah, I think it's really sad.
Sad, isn't it? Although I don't think I'd be happy being chased by her.
No, I wouldn't either, but at the same time, it's like she's never going to be able to move forward if she doesn't make peace. I think it's really sad, like a trapped soul. And she's just a little girl. Yeah, no, I think that's a really sad story, actually. What kind of a piece of shit doesn't, talk to his kid, drops them off and leaves them to die?
Well, if she was poorly and potentially from a poor family, they're not going to be able to pay for it.
I suppose so, but still. Left her to
sad,
die.
It is really sad. But yeah, I'm like that. Oh,
hospitals. Yeah, no, I do think hospitals are definitely. I mean, the amount of stuff that goes on there.
So yeah, there we are.
It was quite sad, really.
We're not crying though.
I'm not crying. No, not like the other week. Right. Aggressive, being in home.
A what?
Aggressive, this is again from Paranormal Encounters. Aggressive, being in home. I wish I'd proofread this one. If it's shit, then I'm just going to have to, because I've before I found the paranormal encounters, it was paranormal, and I proofread all of them.
Yeah.
But I like read a little bit, and then I was like, that's cool. But anyway, aggressive, being in home. There was a time a couple of years ago that I was home alone and in the bathroom. Had the door locked, and while I waited for the shower, and I heard what sounded like somebody trying to open the bathroom door, turning the doorknob. I just read knob. I think it's because I've seen
Tickle
so
the
many
brain.
this morning. The doorknob. I looked up, and sure enough, I could vividly see the doorknob moving back and forth. That was a weird knock. I did not like that. I'm going to have to start that story again. It's fucking weird. That was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's your neighbour for a parcel.
See ya. You were right. It was her boy. Psychic. It was weird the way he dun. I was like, oh, I don't like
I just pressed the bell, weirdo.
Right, I'm just going to start this story again. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Right. Aggressive being in home, paranormal encounters. This was a time, there was a time a couple of years ago that I was home alone and in the bathroom, had the door locked, and while I waited for the shower, I heard what sounded like trying to open the bathroom door, turning the doorknob. I looked up, and sure enough, I could vividly see the doorknob moving back and forth. Linda, it does say Linda, laughed because I was in denial. This was happening, and immediately after I did it, got more aggressive. Oh, immediately after she laughed, it got more aggressive. That was weird. And I heard clicking noises coming from a NHI. Do we know what that means?
NHI.
Yeah, like it was talking. So NHI. I froze, honestly, because I realised this was actually happening. I heard a cat out in the hallway doing a big projected growl and hissing at it. Things were quiet for a sec. Then I heard it banging its fists on my living room window. My God. You got it?
National Health Insurance.
Yeah, moving on. Then I heard it banging its fist on my living room window. Then it moved out to my kitchen and started banging its fist down on my kitchen counter. After everything went quiet, I stayed frozen in the bathroom till my roommate got home, and he was freaking out. He could tell something had happened. I was literally shaking. I was so scared.
Fuck that.
I'd have to move.
I don't think I'd be still in the house.
I'd have to move.
I would have left the house.
With tits out and all. Me as well, babe.
I would be that person who's got the police around and like getting in trouble for wasting their time.
Yeah, because somebody's in my house.
There's someone in my house.
The universe is mental. You did a great job and you chose love over fear. Obviously, he wasn't too strong. So we're just gender assuming, are we? I don't get it. Yeah, it's him.
That's it.
He wasn't too strong because it's only nature being a natural wonder. And then somebody else said, I'll DM you. Weird. That would scare the shit out of me, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be happy.
That would really scare the shit out of me. I would be like, I don't want to live here anymore. Don't tell me I've only got 2 from that. No, that's 3, 4. That's all right. I thought I'd only had 2 stories for true crime that we're doing after, but no, I don't. Okay. Oh my God. My next story is going to be very, very interesting. Very interesting.
All right, well, hold that for.
I know, I'm so excited about it.
So I've got a couple, but I'm not sure which one I want. So you help. So,
Yeah.
I saw a classic white dress, long black hair ghost as a child.
Okay. Was it those
Hang on.
men on the piss?
My trip through the Screaming Woods.
Okay.
Or am I being stalked by a mimic?
Mimic.
Yeah.
Yeah. You knew I'd go for that.
Oh, I've also got, am I tripping or was I in danger? And I also got, I thought I was going to hell.
I
when was
think
a
do
child.
mimic and then going to hell as a child. I think we're going to hell. I'm taking you with me. For all the stuff I send her.
It's short. So this is also Reddit, Paranormal Encounters. Am I being stalked by a mimic? Am I being stalker? Honestly, people. Am I being stalked by a mimic? Please help. It's been happening constantly for 3 weeks now.
Okay.
This was posted 5 days ago.
Right. So new.
It's new. It's new.
New.
For content, I have severe mental health issues. Oh, I don't feel like they should have started it off with that.
I do. I think it helps to give them a diagnosis because we're doctors. I don't think that means anything. I think people say that because they're like, am I crazy or is this happening? And I think stuff happens and then people put it down to people being crazy, but that's not always the case.
No. But I feel like they've just given somebody like the tools to go, yeah, you're crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have severe mental health issues and dissociate a lot. This comes in later. Recently, after going to visit my uncle, who everyone in our family thinks attracts negative spirits, I feel I've had one come home with me. 2 days exactly after visiting him, I had a severe dissociative episode. During this episode, this should have been a full stop, sorry.
That's all right. It's not your fault.
It's not my fault. I had a severe dissociative episode. During this episode is what I can only describe as my boyfriend calling my name. At the time, since I was so dissociated, I thought it was my boyfriend. I'm really sorry, I should have done it first.
Is it dissociated or disorientated?
It's not disorientated.
I feel like they mean disorientated.
I feel like I should have read it first.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
I had a severe dissociative episode. During this episode is what I can only describe as my boyfriend calling my name. At the time, since I was dissociated, I thought it was my boyfriend because he's British and has a thick accent. My boyfriend wasn't over at the time. He lives an hour away and is too anxious to get his license, so he normally takes buses to my house, and it was around 12 when this happened, so no buses were in service. Now, randomly during the night when I dissociated, which happens a lot, I see figures that look like my boyfriend, but whatever it is, its back is turned to me. I hear him calling me by my nickname when he isn't there. Due to a disorder of mine, I do experience favourite people and whatever is... Due to a disorder of mine, I do experience favourite people and what is happening keeps using my boyfriend, who's my favourite person, as a target and keeps happening when I'm in a vulnerable position, which is a dissociative episode. I'm really sorry. I feel like I'm reading somebody else's writing.
Mine.
No.
Yeah, I know who you mean. That's why I said mine.
I don't know if it's a mimic or something else trying to lead me in. This is an edit. I spoke to my sister last night to confide in her to see if maybe I needed to back to my psychiatrist and get medication change. She's been hearing me call her name when I'm not at home and out with my boyfriend. She's also been seeing figures in the house now.
Right.
I apologise.
I think something is going on, especially if her sister
I thought
is...
mimics were of you.
No, so not necessarily, but there is... I keep like... Every time we talk about this thingy bob, it's not just that.
Mimic things, those big buckly eye head things.
No, you're thinking of Stretcher Man or whatever he's called.
I don't know.
Yeah, there is... it's going to piss me off. So after I think... Hold on, I'm going to have to open another page because I've just saved that. There's something else. They call it something. I like, because I love all this sort of thing. So basically...
What do you think of the story?
I think she might have mental health problems by the sound of it, obviously, but I don't think that's what's going on.
No,
because she is saying, "Am I having a mental health crisis?" to her sister. Shall I go back to my psychologist and perhaps change my meds and all that? But then her sister's like, "Actually,
she's hearing her."
That's what I'm saying. I keep hearing you when you're not here. There is, it's going to really piss me off, but there is something like in America, they call it something else. It's not called a mimic. It's called something, skinwalker. So if you do like a little, they again imitate.
On one of these, some of these give you images, and there was like this really, really fucking weird white thing. Genuinely like that is fake. That's where my head goes.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
You do.
Something like that, though.
Yeah. So these skinwalkers in like the Himalaya mountains and all of that, they're like, if you live in the Himalaya mountains, you have to be in before dark. Let me find this woman.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's one of the picture things.
Yes.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, woman. Hold on.
That's not real, though, is it?
Who answers? Watch this.
Do I want to?
Yeah. Only if it comes up. If not, I can't. There you go.
Melody was doing a review for her makeup when she heard this in her house.
Okay, if you're like me and you're looking for a new signature scent that like will have you needing to beat off men with beat off pause, but you know what I mean, like you don't have to beat them with what? Let me rethink this. Basically everybody will hunt you down and be like, what are you wearing? Because one time I had left the room and this chick followed me and she was like, even though you're no longer in the room, I can still smell you. What is that? Bitch, this. And I keep buying.
Come on.
Is someone going to jump out?
No, nothing's jumping out.
So many scents that I'm like, which one do I even love? Like, I don't know. I'm leaning towards. Okay, first of all,
Right.
why didn't anyone tell me that if you have yeah?
There's nobody home with her. He keeps calling her name Mel. So there's better videos where you like it goes straight into it, and then someone goes Mel, and she goes yeah, and then she's like, "There's no one here," and then you hear Mel again, but even louder and clearer. I would leave.
Honestly,
First, I'd throw the kids and Paul, and I'd leave. I'd be like, "It's a no from me." So these skinwalkers are again. I'm assuming it's similar to a mimic, where they mimic. So you fall into the trap of going to wherever they are and feeling comfortable with that.
But what is their agenda?
To cause harm. It's evil. So, I don't know whether to read the story first. I'm going to read you the story, and then it would be interesting to see if it's ever happened to you, because millions of people around the world have the same story. And I only realised that when I Googled it after having it happen to me as a child. Now I've come out of that. I'm not going to be able to bloody find it. Hold on. No. Here we go. What else?
No one's very supportive.
No, because she said I've got mental health issues. Right. So, paranormal encounters. My encounter with the Hat Man.
I don't like it already.
Does that mean anything to you?
A hat man. It gives me
What kind of hat do you visualise?
a tall one.
Like a bowler hat?
No, like a top hat.
Yes, a bowl. I call that a bowl hat. But yes.
No, they're different.
Okay.
Top hat's a tall one, and a bowl hat would be like it sort of goes around, but it has like a rim.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I know what you mean. So my visualization is in between because of what happened as a child. But anyway, my encounter with the Hat Man. It was about a year ago now, and I'm.
Top hat.
Yes. Are you going to Google about bowl hat?
They're not called that, but yeah.
Okay.
A bowler hat.
Oh, okay.
It's a bowler hat.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
A pork pie hat.
Yeah. No, there's not a massive difference in the sense of the rim. It's all to do with the height, right? And the shape. Yeah. Okay. Right. My encounter with the Hat Man. This isn't my story. It was about a year ago now, and I think of it to this day. I was laying in bed next to my partner. We both fell asleep around 10 or 11 that night, which was kind of out of the ordinary for us because we are normally night owls. I wanna preface this story right. I want to phrase. That's a difficult word for me. To me, it's preface, but it's phrase this story right here before going any further. That neither of us are on drugs, drink, and both not overly even smoke weed since November of 2022. Because people are like, you're on drugs. You know what people are. I don't know why people go on the forums if they're not in. If they everyone's a liar. Just don't go on the forum, isn't it?
That's what.
I find it really frustrating.
Really
yeah, it's not nice, especially if she does have mental health conditions. Right. It has been at least a month or two at this point, and neither of us smoked. So 2 months off of weed. Have you ever had a dream inside of a dream? It was one of those. So I didn't think I was sleeping, but certainly was. This very, very similar to everyone else's encounter, including mine. I turned over and checked my phone. It's about 2 a.m. and everything seemed real normal. Then the door opens. It has opened only enough for a person to slip in and out. I open my eyes in the dream and I see what appears to be a man that's around 8 to 9 foot tall standing at the foot of my bed. He leans, it's my whole body. He leans over my partner and stares at him dead in the face. But while standing there, just slowly gets closer and closer and gets so close it's like he could kiss him. The odd part is he's still at the edge of the bed and his body is leaned over the bed. So he's standing at the base of the bed and he's that tall, his face is now parallel with the partner. I would have left the partner there. Bye!
I would have rolled out slowly.
We have a queen size bed and it's raised. Humanly, that wouldn't be possible. I try to move, but it feels like there's bricks on my chest. I'm stuck. My partner, on the other hand, I hear him make uncomfortable sounds in his sleep, like something is wrong, but I can't wake him up. I grabbed the only bit of strength that I had left in my body to tap my boyfriend with my hand. We're both laying, backs flat side by side, and I'm on the edge. I'm finally able to pull myself out of it. I wake up as he stands straight up and moves towards my side. Oh my God, my body. of the bed. My eyes open. He sees me. He looks as if he's moving from the end of the bed to the side of the bed where I am and then I raise my body up. It's weird. It was kind of like I scared him. If I was to put into words, he slowly walked to the center of the room. He's facing away from me now, at my whole body, honestly. Then the figure is less than 2 seconds vanished into thin air. Our room door is always shut at night, and obviously at this point I'm not going back to sleep. So I get up and check the door, and it's cracked open. I checked my phone and it was 2:32 a.m. How long did this go on for, I wonder? Was it real? How did it happen? I am a witch. I thought I was protected. Oh, I am a witch. I thought I was protected. The truth is, no one's safe from the Hat Man. Now, first of all, what do you think before I go off on my never-ending tangents? Don't Google yet. Don't Google yet. I'm going to show you. I've got a thing for you. Don't Google yet because I want to talk about it first. What do you think? Do you think that was really happening, or do you think she was having sleep paralysis? Because sleep paralysis is completely different from that story I told you about when I thought I could have died if I wanted to.
So she's asleep in her dream, but she wakes up in
her
dream.
That's right.
Or she's asleep and she
wakes
up.
Have you ever woken up in a dream and realised you are in a dream?
You don't realise you're in the dream until you wake up again, do you?
Yeah, no.
When it feels so real.
So when I had a dream about my mum, maybe about a year ago, we were doing normal things.
Yeah, but you've dreamt normal sort of
No,
shit.
but I said to my mum, this is a dream, you're dead. Then I woke up. So I knew that I was dreaming in my dream, not for a while, and then I was like, hold on a minute, you're dead? And then that was it. I come to from the dream.
I can't think of any time I have thought I was dreaming in my dream.
Okay.
Like where I've woke myself up that way.
But the Hat Man? Why do you think it's so significant? Right. So the Hat Man, there is a phenomena across the world about the Hat Man. There is forums everywhere. So as a child, when I lived, I was born in Pinham, Middlesex.
I don't know the Hat Man.
Okay, good.
And I don't want to now.
Yeah, well, he's going to come tonight.
So I'm on my own tonight.
I'm on my own. I was born in Pinham, Middlesex, aka where Elton John was born. Just saying. Yeah. And we lived above a bank. And then we had like a balcony, massive balcony, and at the bottom there was metal stairs. Every night for a very long time, I would wake up in my dream, fly out the window, horizontal, and be at the top of the stairs and bang my head on every step. And at the bottom of the steps, the Hat Man was waiting for me. All the time it happened. All the time. All my mum, my dad, Lisa, Chris, everybody knows about this dream because it was happening so often. So a few years ago now, I Googled and there is a phenomenon about this man. Has anybody dreamt about the Hat Man? Has anybody dreamt about the Hat Man? I've saved a picture of the Hat Man. It's not nice. It's not pleasant. This is the Hat Man.
Is it going to upset me? Like, I don't know if I want to see it because if I don't know what it looks like, then I don't know how I'm going to... I don't know. Tell me. I don't know.
That was really random. That is the Hat Man. So this is the Hat Man. He waits. He comes to you and he waits. This is my interpretation of the man waiting at the bottom of the stairs for me. Just before I got to him, I would wake up every night for a very long time. Not really when I moved here. I don't recall having that dream, but it has stayed with me to the point when I Googled it, I could not believe the phenomenon about people dreaming of the man with the Hat Man. There you go. He's everywhere. These are millions of people that have seen the Hat Man.
Does he have red eyes?
Not for me. I couldn't see. That is what he looked like for me, waiting at the bottom of those metal stairs every day.
But
I would bang my head every
With this,
night. Yeah, but that's a child. So people's interpretations are slightly different, but it's the Hat Man that is the phenomenon. It's fascinating that so many people worldwide have this man. I don't know what it means. I don't know.
does he have a face?
Not for me. Not for me. For some people, maybe. But we do have quite a lot of comments. Someone said this sounds like sleep paralysis. Opie said it almost was, except when I woke up out of it, I could still see the thing. I never saw this man
So
awake.
you love this shit, and this shit just scares the shit out of me.
It's not that I don't love it when it's happening to me. I did not love that. But you got to remember, growing up, my mum loved horror, so we grew up watching horror stories.
Yeah, but this wasn't the horror I grew up with.
This
I grew
scares
up with
me.
Alien.
Yeah.
You know, Alien was as good as
Yeah,
Gremlins,
love that.
Alien,
Yeah, watch that.
those types of things.
Yeah, I've got the whole franchise on DVD. Loved it.
This ghost story.
This scares the shit out of me. I tell you what else I noticed doing this paranormal episode is that a lot of people have seen that dark figure man that I saw in the corner that night. There's a lot of them talking about it. And then near-death experiences. I found that quite fascinating as well. So I think that thing that scared me was death. No. That is something else. He was something else. I was a child, but he went away.
Yeah, no, this
and then when I researched it, that is... I couldn't believe how many people... Did your boyfriend express feelings of seeing anyone once he woke up? You said he was making uncomfortable noises, but I'm curious what happened in the end.
Like, uncomfortable as in, like, he was being pressed against?
Does he remember anything?
Almost like the breath was being taken.
Yeah, I can only... I've never, touched wood, had sleep paralysis. That's not what that was for me. That was what happens when I get to the bottom of the stairs, trying to fight everything in you, but you can't do anything with your body. And just before you get there, that's when I'd wake up. Very strange. I've been seeing him around the same time and have the same feelings around him. It's so terrifying. This is a random person that's seen him. Someone else, I agree. This happens to me when my ex-husband 13 years ago, almost identical situation. It's the Hat Man. Everybody... This is it's a phenomenon that nobody can explain. I know I'm saying that wrong. It's quite, but when because I thought, let me Google in there, like, you know, you can search in there for a specific story. And I thought, I wonder if people are talking about the Hat Man. Straight away, I was like, oh my God, the good old Hat Man. So as a young child, as a pre-pubescent child and adult, touch wood, he hasn't come back to me. The only thing I've had was that one night when I don't know, after reading a lot of stories, I'm wondering if that was death, and they were like, that's up to you if that's death or not. Very strange, right?
Really, it's fucked up, isn't it?
It's scary.
It's fucked up.
And that's my little bit about the Hat Man, man.
No, they're not horror stories that I grew up with, like, at all. Or my worst dreams,
Yeah,
are almost a little bit pathetic.
Probably.
But they're not, because they're dreams that felt so fucking real, and then you wake up and you realise you're in a dream.
What was it?
Oh, don't laugh at me.
Okay.
She's like, hold on.
Go! COVID!
I don't know why, but I'd never done ghost story type horrors.
That's fine. Some families don't.
Vampires.
Me, I'm like, you're 5. Watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it, children. The Conjuring.
Yeah. Oh.
Great film.
Yeah, but it was always like vampires or
Yeah.
werewolf in America.
Mystical.
It was always very
Mystical,
sci-fi and just like not real.
Yeah.
So mine always was what is it called? Do you know Ginger Snaps? Have you ever watched that?
No.
It's about werewolf.
Right.
It's about a young girl being a werewolf.
Right.
But she was the most fucking ugliest, bald werewolf, like
Alopecia werewolf.
do you know the werewolf? You know the werewolf in Harry Potter, where he's
Yes,
basically-
yeah.
It looked like that,
Right.
And my nightmare was always it crept in my room, and
Yeah.
my whole body would go stiff.
That's scary.
And it would be right there next to my head, but because I didn't move, it didn't eat me.
Yeah.
But do you know when you actually your whole body is stiff?
Yeah.
You cannot physically.
That's
move.
like sleep paralysis.
It was horrid.
Yeah.
So I
is.
don't like wolves.
I had when I yeah.
So you're like,
No werewolves for me.
Yeah, Twilight. Is it werewolves or the vampires? I'm like, fucking vampires, mate. Fuck the dogs.
It was always
No.
Edward over Jacob for me.
I mean,
I thought he was so good looking.
As a human, it'd be probably like the werewolf guy.
Jacob. Yeah, not for me. Although when he had long hair, I thought he looked lovely. Anywho.
But when he was a dog, I was like, nah.
Yeah, so I, you know, with the werewolves and all that, we watched Freddy Krueger. I think it was Jenna's 9th birthday party. And, I mean, that was terrifying. Because then I did dream about Freddy Krueger reaching out and woke up going back into the fireplace.
Yeah,
like I jumped out of bed
I
into
was
the
a lot older
fireplace.
when I watched that.
You're still upset.
I was a lot older.
But like I say, Mum watched horrors, and mine have grown up with horrors. So now my kids can watch any horror and be absolutely fine. Shall I tell him the story about The Conjuring? I mean, I took it too far as a parent, right? So, I mean, I knew I took it too far, but I was like, right. So where I used to live, we had like the fuse box in the kitchen, and we had just watched The Conjuring 2, which took place in England. And that is the first time you see the nun in The Conjuring. If you're a fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. So after the film, I can't even think how old mine would have been. Should we have a quick little Google and see when it came out? Because I think it's going to help paint. I mean, they were quite young.
They were really young.
It was really bad.
It's really young.
Conjuring 2. A year.
A year old.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Come on, get busy. Right, so 2016. I'm trying to think.
Oh, The Conjuring 2?
Yeah, 2016. So how old would they have been?
Well, that's
We're 2024.
8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
How old are they?
So 10 and 8. 10 and 8. And I... So after The Conjuring had finished, and you know, it's my house and all that he does. Great film, loved it. I decide it would be a great time, it's night time as well, to get my black dressing gown, go into the kitchen, hit the fuse box, so all the lights in the whole flat and everything went off, put the dressing gown and went, it's my house. They were screaming and crying. I was like, oh, I've taken it too far. Put the lights back on. I was like, I'm so sorry. But it will still forever be one of the funniest things I've done as a parent. Perhaps child services should have got involved at that point. It was well funny
When
though.
they're in counselling, I do remember that.
Mum pretended to be the nun from Conjuring. Just a figure of me in the kitchen. It's my ass. That was brilliant. That was, but they're not scared of horrors anymore.
Why would they need to be?
Well, they
You.
don't need to be.
Fucking hell.
Right.
Poor kids.
So
One more.
yes, who just read?
You.
Did I? No, I did the Hat Man.
Yeah, we just did
Oh yeah,
that.
no, because I was thinking of your story before. Yeah, no, fine. Well,
So,
where they were like, you're mental.
am I tripping or was I in danger? I thought I was going to hell as a child.
I thought I was going to hell.
Or Screaming Woods.
Ooh, maybe
Or-
both.
Classic white dress.
You might have to do
long black
both.
hair.
I think pump both of those out one after another.
Okay, I thought I was going to hell.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not too long.
that's what I mean.
Okay, so paranormal encounters on Reddit. I thought I was going to hell when I was a child. When I was little, I was in boarding school. Oh, it's already scary. Isn't
Why?
it?
Because she's in boarding
Yeah,
school.
they are scary buildings.
I don't know. I've never been to one.
Oh, the films say they are.
Yeah. No,
Really?
thank you. It's not about you. It's not the Hattie show. Come here. Look, she's backing up.
She doesn't turn around. She just
Turn round, you weirdo. Look, she's
She-
like
beep,
backing up with her ass. You're a speck.
Right.
Look at
Look
Cookie.
like her.
Look. She's
Right.
like, fuck your shit.
Yeah, she knows better.
She doesn't care.
She's used to you.
Yeah.
When I was little, I was in boarding school in a room with 3 beds. The room was divided into 2 parts. One part with a single bed at the back of the room and the other with a bunk bed. One day I slept in the single bed for the first time, and for some reason I couldn't sleep. I was hearing noises, I felt hot, and around 3 a.m. the closet, the closet a few meters from me began to open, a few centimeters per minute. It couldn't have been the wind or random chance because the doors were magnetically closed. After almost an hour, I started to hear noises like a bull snorting loudly. After a few minutes that felt like hours, I turned to face the wall. Oh, that's the worst thing to do, isn't it?
What, face the wall?
Turn away from it, don't look.
Sometimes it's better to not look under the duvet. Me, what is it? What's your problem?
I turned to face the wall with my back to the closet because I was scared and thought I shouldn't show that I was awake. After nearly an hour, I began to hear hoof beats hitting the floor.
Hoofs though, bruv.
Hoofs. Moving step by step towards me. The breaking point for me was the sound of a bag made of a material similar to burlap or something like that.
Okay.
Finally, just as the footsteps got closer, I heard a very deep, malicious laugh, as if someone was playing a cruel joke on me. I sat up, my throat tight and my eyes filled with tears.
Straw bag.
And I shouted, it's like hemp, isn't it?
Yeah.
I shouted to my roommate to turn on the light. The night watch came rushing into the room and turned on the light. I glanced at the closet and, damn, it was indeed open. Not wide open, but not closed anymore either. I know it wasn't a dream because I could see my alarm clock glowing in the dark. I know it sounds crazy, but I can swear and promise that what I experienced that night was entirely real and that I wasn't asleep. Every time I talk about it, like now, tears come to my eyes and I feel extremely hot. I know I didn't hallucinate. Anyone has ever experienced anything similar during his childhood? That sounds stupid, but I thought someone wanted to drag me to hell.
Yeah, it sounds really scary. I mean, the hoof part, you automatically think the devil, don't you? Mm.
There's only one comment. It says, "I believe you,"
Which means I don't believe you.
I'm really sorry.
I do. I always believe. There's no reason to not believe someone who is, terrified. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good story.
Righty. And
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed her trauma. I found it fantastic. Yeah.
What did we say? Screaming Woods.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, see, it's not long.
No. So again, Reddit Paranormal. My trip through the Screaming Woods.
Okay.
This got a little subheading, findings. I haven't worked out what these little heading thingies mean yet.
No.
But, I'll work on it. So yesterday, as in a day ago. Really recent.
Yeah. Don't come to us, ghosts. We're busy tonight. We're going out.
Well, to be honest, I saved this yesterday.
Oh, well, then you must have saved it after it was put on.
Like they literally posted it and I saved it.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I was meant to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Dun dun dun.
So yesterday, me and my mates decided to go to Pluckley.
Right.
Pluckley? I don't know.
Pluckley.
Most haunted village in England, supposedly.
I think we should go.
It was a lovely little town and we had a nice time in the village itself. After which we made our way to Daring Woods, nicknamed the Screaming Woods. And I will say, as far as forests go, it was a beautiful place with lush green fauna and dense landscape. But beyond the beauty of the forest lied a darker and more sinister look to us. In 1948, 20 dead bodies were discovered in these woods. No, we're not going.
I smell camping in my future.
Let's get the tents out. It was discovered in these woods, making it very haunted, supposedly.
It'd be like the Blair Witch project.
We pulled up outside in the car park and got out. We walked around the gates to the entrance and a man with a dog walked past us, but my friend Kian, name, is convinced he saw a woman walking the way we would soon go. No one else saw her. Keeping in mind my friend Kian is a very honest and trustworthy guy. We kept walking deeper and deeper into the woods till the path we was on become overgrown and signs of human activity seemed to dwindle faster and faster. We then kept hearing what was a woman mumbling off in the distance. Weird but not paranormal. We hiked deeper and deeper and we was off trail now in the deepest part of the forest. This was when we asked, is anyone there? Please make yourself known. Stupid people.
You want to play?
And I couldn't lie about this if I tried, and all my friends heard it. We heard a woman, maybe 30-40, whisper something
Unintelligible.
About 30 or so meters away from us. We all froze and our hearts sunk. We just made a beeline for the trail, not knowing we was running deeper and deeper again, and we was lost at this point. And the feeling of uneasiness had set in for us. All the constant thumps off in the distance and the whispers seemed to get more frequent. We wanted out at this point, and so we kept searching for an exit whilst we were convinced we were being followed. We made it out and we're all okay, but definitely a scary experience. Just to clear up, there was no one in the woods with us. The guy who drove us there stayed in the car for the 3 hours we were gone, and he said no one entered those woods whilst we were there, and the man with the dog left an hour after we went in.
I think we should go and camp. I want to know where it is. What are people saying?
I know this will sound very odd. Did the burning smell have an acid smell? Have an acid smell to it, like a sulfur, like
Sulfur.
It was sulfur,
Which means evil.
similar to a campfire, or did it just smell like fire? I know that is odd, but fire has a hot, low smoke odour. Like I said, it sounds really odd. Yes, we smell vinegar at one point also.
Sounds evil. I want to know why 20 people. We're going to have to research on that forest and go for the weekend.
So 1948, 20 bodies were discovered.
Yeah.
Would,
In what forest? Spell it.
During Woods, Dering, Woods, in Pluckley. Or Screaming Woods.
Yeah. 4 students went missing in 1998. Never to be seen again. Oh my God, there's a whole thing on it. Screaming Woods is more popularly called Durling Woods after a local family. The story. Yeah, I'm going to really have to get into that.
Yeah, we're really going to have to go
Yeah,
there.
because it looks really interesting. Yeah, no, very cool.
And in our country, like,
Yeah.
It's not an American one.
Yeah, I don't know where that is, but we make it.
We'll make it there.
I go to Somerset once a year.
Why not make it back?
Go on.
I'm just looking at directions.
Yeah, we're going this weekend.
No, we're not.
Oh, it's not far.
I feel like I've been there, you know.
You just didn't know that you almost died. It's an hour and 28 minutes away.
I feel like I've been there when, like my first boyfriend situation, we went out on the car.
And he tried to kill you.
No, we didn't get out. We locked the door, and I remember being really fucking scared.
Woods
I don't know where it was.
Generally, when I go on my bike rides, I go through all the woods. I like it. Right.
During the day, I do.
I've got one to finish us off with. Now, this is what I said to you about. Now, I think that figure was death. Yeah? Because after reading people's stories, denomic. I'm saying that wrong.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, denomic experience. Right, denomic experience. I still feel like that's wrong. Denomic experience. So this happened on the 10th of May, very recently. I felt the need to share the story on this sub. I am by no means a writer. English isn't my first language, but I'll try to express the situation as best I can. So 2 weeks ago Thursday, I went to bed as usual. I was going to visit my girlfriend the following day. Due to the nature of her work, we only see each other every other weekend. And I decided to get into bed early and to get the rest before the long drive the next day. I remember waking up and seeing this man standing over my bed wearing black clothes, just staring at me. I've had this vision before, the night my aunt died. The first time, however, I saw him in my dream, and he was standing at the end of the hallway. Hello, darling. I remember screaming in my sleep and my brother running into the room and comforting me. I was... What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything